Good morning. It is Monday and it is 10:55. So here's a little trivia information for you. It says that the average person does not smile until 11 o'clock a.m. on a Monday morning. That seems so crazy to me, especially since I get up at like 7. I guess I could see, like, when I was working my corporate job, if I went in, like, if I got up, I didn't talk to anyone really, like, getting dressed, like, especially if you, like, live alone, right? And then you go into your job and you sit down at your desk and you're working and you don't really interact with anyone, right? But, like, I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning, maybe 7:30, and I have already interacted with my dog, my cat, my daughter, my grandson, my sister, right? So I smiled way before that. But if you haven't smiled yet, I mean, by the time I post this, it's going to be too late. But maybe remember it for next Monday, right? But so I have 4 minutes, so I'm going to give you a big smile. All right. So I had to bring my daughter over here to Target because she I still got makeup on, because she had to pick up her prescription from the pharmacy. So if you saw my Gigi Life 101 video, that she had to go to the emergency room yesterday because her shoulder's been bothering her. So now she has a week off from work, and she's taking the kids, and they're all going to go stay at her boyfriend's for the week. And the dog. She's taking her dog. And she's just going to rest and relax and let him wait on her hand and foot. But while they were over here, because Target is on the other side of town, which I've told you is like with the lights and everything, it takes me probably about 15-20 minutes to get over here from my house. I mean, I can go the freeway sometimes. I can go the freeway, which would be quicker. Sometimes I don't go the freeway. Just depends what kind of mood I'm in. But since I'm over here on this side of the town, I am going to do a quick job here at Walmart. It's a $4 job, and it's just a quick display audit. So I think I just have to find one product, and then I have to find where it's located, take a couple pictures, and then it may want me to see if it's in anywhere else in the store. So that'll be a quick $4. Then I am going to do a mystery telephone call. So this mystery telephone call popped up late Friday night afternoon, and it's been sitting there all weekend because I don't think the companies, there was 3 of them, that the companies were open over the weekend. So I've been waiting for Monday. And then when I woke up at 7 this morning, I looked at them and I was like, do I really want to do these calls? There's 3 of them. And the jobs were $5 each, which calls only supposed to take 5 or 10 minutes, right? You just got to ask them a bunch of questions. So I kept hemming and hawing about whether I wanted to do them or not. I hate making phone calls. I hate it. In my own personal life, I hate making phone calls. So I was like, do I really want to do this? So I was just messing around, laying in bed, looking at YouTube, looking at videos. Been waiting since last night for my video for Gigi Life 101 to upload. Supposed to be posted at 6 last night. And it's still uploading as I'm speaking. But anyways, I get 3 emails. So one for each of those mystery jobs. And it says, we need you, field agent. And the price went up to $6. So I went to go look at them, and one was already taken. So I hurried up and grabbed one. And then I went to grab the other one, and that one was already taken. So, hang on. So I got one of them. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. If I don't like it, I won't take any in the future. But if I do like it, if it goes okay, then I may grab more of those. So anyway, so let me get in here and do this $4 one. So then I can go pick my daughter back up. Okay. That was super easy. I just had to go find the Thermacell mosquito repellent and refills, which I've had to do at several stores now. And what is this? I just had to walk down the main aisle, and it was at the end towards the seasonal stuff before you go into the garden supply. Asked me if it was present in the store. I said yes. Asked me if there was at least 10. So there's these cardboard trays that they're supposed to be in. Asked me if there was at least 10 cardboard trays displayed, which there was exactly 10. So I answered yes. And then it asked me to take a picture of the whole display. And I took a picture and I was done. So I got $4 for that. So now I am going to head back over to Target to pick up my daughter and my grandson. So let's do a garden update. So this is my jasmine. My zucchini is looking kind of pale. One of my plants died that I transplanted. My cucumbers are growing. My bell peppers are starting to get flowers on the end of them, or at the top. So that's good. And then this tomato plant really hasn't gotten any bigger. This one has flowers, finally. And this one's getting flowers. My radishes have gotten a lot bigger. And my spinach has gotten bigger. My lettuces are hanging in there. They're looking kind of brown. My onions have gotten bigger. My dill, I need to look up and see what's going on with this. Like, do I need to trim this back? Trim everything that's not the dark green? I don't know. This is the flowers that my neighbor gave me, and those have perked up, but now there's like a bunch of grass or something growing in there I need to pick out. The gorgeous avocado tree that my grandson has been growing on the windowsill in the kitchen has pretty much died. It is still green up to about here. So I don't know if I chop it off to there, if it would still grow, if anyone knows. Not sure what to do with these. These cucumbers have been in here forever. I was going to give them to my neighbor, but she went away. She went on vacation somewhere. I do have these 2 tiny tomato plants. I do have these tiny bell pepper plants. I do have 2 ruby leaf lettuces here growing. I don't know. So I don't know what to do with them. What else we got? Over here is my red raspberry plant. Get out of there. Get out of there. Carrots, get out of there. You guys, this is not a litter box. It's not a giant litter box. This is my red. This is grown. And let's see. Let's check out over here. My lavender's growing. My thyme is growing. My cilantro has died back to just one little thing there, so I don't know if that's going to survive. Those are growing. I think I need to trim my herbs. Those are growing. I am growing flowers in here, just not a huge amount yet. But this one's going crazy. These are my 2 blueberry bushes, which I need to water. Everyone's coming to visit me today. My blackberry bush is still doing absolutely nothing. And my loganberries is getting bigger. Strawberries, I was excited because this was in there. But I do not think that's a strawberry because I put the slice the slice with the seeds, right in here. So that's not a plant. I saw another one over here. Let's see. This one could be. This one I don't think is, but they look exactly the same. So I won't know until they get bigger, but yeah, this hasn't been doing much. Okay. I don't know if you can see Raven Paw right there. Oh, he just jumped up. And then I got these two in here investigating everything. And got Reggie in here cleaning himself. What are you doing, Sir Reginald? He has the quietest meow. Let's see if I can get him to meow. What are you doing? Reggie. Got an itch. Reggie. Reggie. Are you gonna meow? Oh, he meowed. Reggie. You hear him? He squeaks. That's how he meows. You two are trouble. Well, the reason I wanted to give you an update. Oh, and my lantanas. Oh, I was going to say they're doing absolutely nothing. When I checked yesterday, look. Okay, I've got 7 of these. Let's see. That one's doing nothing. That one's doing nothing. That one's doing nothing. So if I would have walked over here and said, oh, let's see if my lantanas are doing something. They're not doing anything. And I checked one of these. I probably would have just checked one and been like, walked away and been like, nope, they're not doing anything. But that one over there is, which is exciting. Oh, this one is too. Exciting. So the whole reason I wanted to give you an update, I had to pick up my seating area here because it was so windy yesterday. It knocked them all over. Is because last week when we had the storm, it rained really bad, right? So they were like overwatered. But I have not watered them since. I come and check on them every day and see how they're doing, but I haven't watered them since. So I am in here tonight to water them, and I'm going to turn the drip system on so it'll run for 30 minutes. So I have to haul these big buckets over to the corner of the house and fill them up and haul them back. So it's not going to water itself until I fill the buckets. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right. Take this stuff out. A lot easier to carry it when there's not very much water in it. These guys follow me back and forth, back and forth. Oh my gosh, I think I filled that one too full. Hang on. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's too awkward to hold the camera that way. But I'll show you my long journey back. I need to weed whack all this again. I bought a new weed whacker, weed whacked all this, and then rented a lawnmower for $41 for, I think it was $41 for 4 hours to mow it. And I gotta weed whack it again. I'm not renting a lawnmower again. I'll just try and, now it's down, it's manageable enough now, because before it was up to like my knees. So I should be able to do it okay. Oh my God. Okay. Where are Come on. Okay. Okay, I had done that for 30 minutes, and then the sensor started going off. So I think I'm going to do them for 20 minutes. Let me start this one. Hopefully they got power. It's been kind of cloudy today. Let's see. Yeah, they look like they got power. Okay. I'm going to change this. I did have it on 72 hours, then it rained, so now I'm going to put it on 48 hours. Okay, every 48 hours. All right, strawberries dripping. Mildenberries dripping. Blackberries dripping. Let's make sure everything's dripping. This one sounds not. See if I can put you on the corner. Sorry. Put you on the corner here for a second. Alright. That one's dripping now. Probably too fast. Okay. It's dripping. That one's dripping. Alright. What time is it? 7:15. Okay. So, let's get this one going. Okay. So it doesn't have an option for 20 minutes, so I guess I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on them. All right, this will go down. All right, raspberries dripping. Avocados dripping. This plant's dripping. Those are dripping. Those are dripping. Dripping, dripping, dripping. This one dripping. Barely. Ooh. Okay. This one. How are my stakes out? The heck? Oh, that's an extra stake. Why is that there? That one dripping, yep. This one dripping. No. I don't know if you can see this, but that one's dripping. I feel feel like every time I do this, I have to readjust them every time. This one's not dripping at all. This one's not dripping. Okay. And then, okay. Did the wind move this one? That's weird, because this one's missing. Can you see what I'm doing? This one is dripping. That one's dripping. I don't know if the wind knocked all these out or what. Okay, sorry. My filming is not the best like that, but all right, I think everything's going. So I have to just sit in here for about 30 minutes till they're almost done. Get a chair. Okay, so let's have a little chit chat about today. Okay, so I had taken my daughter this morning to go to the pharmacy to get her prescription. In the meantime, because she's now off work for a week, she decided that her and the kids are going to go stay at her boyfriend's house for a week. So by the time we get back from picking up her prescription, because I also did that job at Walmart while I was waiting for her, I feel like a hot mess right now, by the way. He was here. He was here waiting for us. And so they needed to pack, but he needed to help her because she can't do anything, really. She's not supposed to be using it. And so I wanted Coco and Z to play before they left because they were taking Z with them too. So, but then I also had this time limit for this shopping job, this telephone shopping survey, what's it called? Telephone mystery shopping job that I had to do for a local propane company. And it had already been a couple hours because I accepted it before I took her to go to the pharmacy. So it's already been a couple hours. I had a four hour time limit. So now I'm feeling pressured. And it says it's only going to take 10 to 15 minutes to do it. But, you know, I wanted to have at least 40 minutes extra at the end of it so I would have time to upload it and everything. Well, they need to pack. So I'm sitting outside. I'm watching the dogs. They're trying to pack. Well, then my daughter can't get my granddaughter's stuff. And my granddaughter basically lives in my room with me. So all her stuff is in my room. Her toys, her clothes, everything. So I go in my room. So now they come out. They watch the dogs. I go in my room and I'm getting her stuff for the week. And bring it back out. And then I sit down again and then they go back in and pack. And I'm like, okay, in 15 minutes, I have to start this, right? This is like at 12:30, I had till 1:40. So at 12:30, I go in there. I had already pre-written all the questions out that they wanted me to ask. So I didn't have to refer to my phone while I'm on it. I wanted just to be able to go along, and I had to make it sound like a natural conversation, like I was a customer and I was researching propanes, like thinking of switching, right? And so the conversation went really well. That lady was so nice. I felt bad that I wasn't really looking for propane. I mean, maybe if it ends up being cheaper than what we're paying, right? I don't even know what we pay. My mom pays for it. So I'd have to have a conversation with her. But anyway, so I finish it, right? And then I have to, I want to rewrite my notes so that they make sense because I've just scribbled everywhere, right? And so I'm rewriting the notes. I'm outside because I need to watch the dogs again. And so I'm outside on the table and I'm rewriting the notes, and it's just super chaotic. Dogs, the cats, my mom and my sister are out there. They're talking. And then my daughter and her boyfriend are loading the truck. And then J-Man's running around, right? So, and I'm trying to do, so finally they get done, and I'm like, okay, I have to go rewrite this and submit that, because Coco was still outside. I wanted to keep her out there until I was completely done, because I wanted her to get maximum time with Z before they left with him. And so I go back in the house, I finish rewriting it, and then I go to take a picture, right? And I'm thinking I can just take a picture of each page. Well, it says you can only take one photo. And I'm like, what? How am I going to get 3 pages in one photo, right? And one of them was back to back. So at first I took a picture of each page, and then not through that app, but just on my phone. And then I was like, maybe I could go in Canva and reduce them and put them on one 8x11 PNG, right? Or JPEG. And then I was like, oh, that's going to take too long. Because by now I have like 20 minutes to submit this. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just make a copy of the back page, the one that's on the back side of that other one, right, with my printer. And then I'll just put them all, I'll line them up, and I'll just take a picture with them all in it, right? And so I had them on the table listed vertically. And John comes in and he's like, why don't you do it like this? Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did it like that, took a picture, right? Submit the picture. And I'm thinking I'm done. Then it says, please answer the next 12 questions about the call you just made. And it was some of the same exact information I had written down. So that was really irritating, that I'm having to go through and like put this information back in, right? Now I've got like, I'm running out of time. So I have like 4 minutes to submit it, right? So I get done with everything. I hit submit. I walk away. That was my mistake. I walked away. I come back a couple minutes later, and it's 1 minute after the time that it was due. And I look, and the submission failed. It didn't submit. The internet, like, it only loaded like 14%. So I try it again, and it ends up being, by the time it uploaded, it was 5 minutes after the time it was due. So I don't know if I'm going to get paid for that job. And I think that next time, I'm going to either write really small, or I don't know. I mean, and now I know how it works, right? So I can plan better. Definitely don't wait till the last minute. But, talking it through with my mom, and I rewrote the notes and everything, because I'm thinking the company, or whoever needs this information, marketing team or whatever, that they want to be able to read my notes and for it to make sense, right? But thinking about it, I'm like, maybe the notes didn't really need to be that legible or that neat, because it just needed to prove that I was on the phone call, and that the 12 questions afterwards that I actually had to put the information in. And it was just mostly like prices and timelines, like what is the current price per gallon? How long in months do you have to have a contract? So their contract's 36. Is it negotiable? No, 36 months. So it's 3 years. What is the total initial startup cost? $300. So those 12 questions, I think, is the information that they really wanted from the call, and that and so they have you just type it out there, right? So I think the screenshot of my notes is really just to prove that I was on the call. I also had to do a screenshot of, it said to do a screenshot, I guess, of me on the call, but I didn't get that part. I didn't understand that part. I thought the question was my notes at first, and then I went to the next question and it said my notes. So then I went back and I was like, wait a minute, what is this asking me? So I went to my phone history, and it showed the company's name, their phone number, and how long I had been on the call. So hopefully that'll work. So I think they knew I was on the call. They wanted to prove that I was taking notes. And then that was just the information they needed, right? So I think that next time I can plan better if I ever get another one of those. Hopefully I'll get paid for it. Maybe not, because I was 5 minutes over. And I mean, maybe that's why they give you 4 hours to plan for, you know, to make up time for if the water submission. I'm sitting here looking at my drip system. If the internet isn't working. But I'll know better for next time. So we'll see. Maybe because it's my first week, they'll give me some grace. Maybe not. Maybe they'll play hardball right from the get-go. But yeah, so that's that. And so they're going to be gone for a week, my daughter and the kids. So it is going to be a nice, quiet week around here. We have not heard from my landlord since I sent him the notice that was put on our mailbox. And my sister's calling me. She's probably telling me dinner's done because I'm sitting out here in the garden. And she probably can see me from the kitchen window and I'm not answering her. Guess I should head that way. So my sister called him. She's tried calling him and he hasn't answered. So she tried calling him again today. And when I was sitting out there with her, and he ended up answering. And she's like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, it'll be taken care of." And I said, "What does that mean?" And he says, "It'll be paid." My thing is like, if you haven't paid it yet, and the county sent us a notice, why haven't you paid it yet? Like, oh, I don't know if I can show you. Peacocks. Peacocks were on my daughter's porch. Now my sister's yelling at me. "I'm coming!" Okay. Now she's yelling at me in the backyard. Why haven't you paid it? He's like, "It will be taken care of." So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have to move or not yet. BBQing tonight. I'm going to barbecue some prime rib steaks for me, my mom, and my sister. My daughter and my grandkids aren't here for a week. So we are living it up. Whoop, whoop. So I went to Les Schwab to get a new tire. And because it's all-wheel drive, I have to get 4 new tires. And they think it's the alignment that messed it up. So I'm going to get an alignment. So it's going to cost me a total of $897 to get my tires replaced. And the really sucky thing is that it's taken up most of my emergency fund I saved up. I saved $1,100 so far. But that's what the emergency fund's for, right? So I'll just have to build it back up again and pray that there's no more emergencies until I can build it back up again. So the 4 tires that I need, they don't have right now. So they had to go to Sacramento for some job, which is kind of weird, a service job, because there's Les Schwab's all over Sacramento. But I don't know why they had to go. So they're going to pick up the tires while they're up there. So I have an appointment again at 1 today to go over there, put the tires on. So, reminds me, I've got sparkly valve covers. Where did my valve cover go that was on that tire? I have to check that out when I go back. So, right now, I'm driving on this donut. And luckily, most of the places I got to go today aren't over 50 miles an hour. So, I should be good today. I'm going right now to do a gig job over at Costco. Hello. I am sitting here in the shade because I am killing time until my, what's it called? My tire appointment at Les Schwab at 1 o'clock. because it's more over on this side of town. I don't want to go home and then come all the way back. And I still have like an hour and a half. So I'm sitting in the Target parking lot right now. I am going to go in there and see if I can find something for J-Man's birthday. His birthday's on Monday. And I looked in Costco. I didn't really see anything. I was looking at clothes, and they didn't even have boys' clothes. They had like 2-packs Champion t-shirts. That's it. And swimsuits. And maybe some pajamas. But they didn't have like summer shorts, summer t-shirts, or anything like that. So I was a bit confused about that. But I finished the job. It was $3. So it's in review right now. And my 2 jobs that were denied on my first and second day, they were emailing me back and forth, and I was explaining to them what happened, because you can't miss a photo. If you miss a photo, even if the item's missing, it goes completely automatically into denial. But I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to take a picture of something to keep it from that, because I put notes in there. Anyways, the agents were nice enough to email me, and we were going back and forth and discussing it, and they approved them. So those came through today. So that was a week ago that I did those. Those came through today, so I got an additional $6. So right now I am at $58.50 for cash out, available for cash out. And if I get this $3 one approved, then I'll be at 60. That doesn't make sense. I thought it said $63.50, but 58, 59, 66, that'd be $61.50. I don't know. Somewhere around there. I haven't cashed out yet. I haven't even set up my banking information on here yet. But I was thinking I would cash out every Friday. And the jobs this week have been really slow. When I first signed up last week, there were a ton of jobs at Target and Costco and Walmart in my area. And this week there's been hardly anything. And when I do see something and I go to click on it, it's already taken like that. Maybe it's just because the time of the month. It's in the end of the month, and maybe on the 1st we'll get a bunch more. I'm hoping. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get rich off of this. It's not a full-time income, but it's something, just a little something to help get me out of the house. I get my steps in, make a little bit more money than what I'm making now. So yeah, and you know, depleting like almost all of my emergency fund for these tires is frustrating. So every little bit helps. I do have another app, Moby, and there's been a bunch of stuff sitting there for a week. It doesn't look like anyone's claiming them in my town, for Walmart and Raley's and Food for Less and different things. But the jobs are like taking pictures at the checkouts of like the candy displays and stuff. And I just feel that's really risky, considering the employees are right there. Like, if I go through there taking pictures, you know, they're going to question what I'm doing. So I haven't taken those yet. And that one's on Moby. That one's for points that you can cash out into gift cards. They do have a Visa one. So I'm just sitting here for a little bit till killing time until my appointment, and I'll just keep refreshing the app and seeing if any other jobs in this area come up that I could go kill some time before my appointment. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go in there in a little bit and see if I can find something for him. I'll catch you later. So I just looked at that job I just did because I thought it was $3. So that means I'd made a total of $61.50. But it actually says $62.50, and the job was actually $4. And in comparison to things, it did take me a little bit of time because I had to keep going back to that aisle because it had both chocolate and candy, but they wanted the picture separate. So if anyone was paying attention to what I was doing, it was very suspicious, right? Because I kept leaving the chocolate candy aisle and coming back, taking pictures, leaving, coming back, taking pictures. And then I messed up the first one, so I had to delete them and come back. I didn't feel comfortable with them. They're probably okay, but I didn't feel comfortable with them. I'm trying, right now I have 100% accuracy. So I'm trying to keep that up. Because then I'll get more jobs. But, yeah. So there was just the one aisle that had chocolates and candy in the same aisle. Then there was an end cap that was just candy. And then around the corner there was just one pallet stack of gourmet chocolate. And then there was 4 pallet stacks of 3 gourmet chocolates and 1 candy against the wall there. And that's all they had. I looked everywhere. They had no seasonal stuff. They had no additional displays. And in this one, thank God, it said, if there are no displays, don't take a picture. Move on. So I think I took only a total of like 16 pictures for the chocolates and like 8 pictures for the candy, and that was it. And I got paid $4. So that was nice. And I got some steps in. I think I walked like, hang on, look at my watch. I think I walked like 2 miles in there. I like to go in Costco and just walk up and down every single aisle. I get a ton of steps that way. One time I took my daughter and my grandkids. I'm like, come on, I got to go get some steps in. And it was raining. And I'm like, I don't want to walk outside. So we're going to go walk Costco. So they made them walk all up and down all the aisles with me. They were exhausted. I think I did 4 miles that day. It's a good way to get exercise. All right. Catch up with you later. There's the moon right between those trees coming up. I forgot to tell you, I was going to tell you before I came in here, that I am doing a mystery shop for Taco Bell. And it was perfect because I was trying to decide where I wanted to go eat and was going to take you along with me. And I had to go to my bank and get a cashier's check. And I was the second person in line, which I timed that perfectly between the morning rush and lunch, because it's the first of the month, and a Friday. And then I went to my landlord's bank to deposit the rent, and there was a huge line there. But as I was sitting there, they pulled me out of the line because all I had to do was deposit it into his account. So they pulled me out of the line to sit at a little desk area, and it ended up, she was helping someone ahead of me, and it ended up taking almost as long as if I would have waited in line, because when she was available to help me, the guy in front of me was next. So I got out there one person ahead of time. But when I was sitting there waiting, I was scrolling through the app and I saw that a free food mystery shop popped up. So I clicked on it real quick, and it was Taco Bell, and it was 0.8 miles away from where I was. So I was like, score, I'll do that before I go do all my other errands. So what I had to do was come in here. I really wanted to know about the customer service and the team members, and if they greeted me and they made me feel valued as a customer, and if they showed appreciation. And I had to, it has a stopwatch on the app, and I had to time how long it took to get my order. So when I came in, there was no line, but there's no one working at the front because it's just a kiosk, right? So I'm standing there for like a minute, and no one's greeting me, no one's saying anything to me until I realize I have to order on the kiosk. So I order on the kiosk, and put my order through, and then it wants me to I have to take a picture of my receipt because they're going to reimburse me for my lunch, which is cool. I'm getting free food. And plus I'm getting $3 to do this review. So the only option to get a receipt was text or email. And I'm like, that's annoying. How am I going to attach a picture of that, right? Or, because I don't know. Anyways, so while I was standing there waiting for my food, someone did walk over and she said, hi, are you waiting for food? And I said, yes. And she goes, do you need a paper? And I said, yes, I need a receipt. So she gave me a receipt. So then I came and I sat down, and the app asked me all these questions before I could eat my food. It kept saying, do not eat your food yet. Answer this question. Do not eat your food yet. Answer this question. I'm still not eating my food yet. I took one bite and then I was like, oh yeah, I was going to bring you guys along. So, it's just asking me questions like, was I greeted? When I got my food, did the employee show me appreciation? Both of those answers are no. Did they make me feel valued? No. Did they make me feel appreciated? No. It was just like a very impersonal experience. Like, I felt like I was going through a factory. Like, no personal experience whatsoever, except for that one employee, but that didn't really bring the level up for me, right? Anyway, so I'm going to eat. I ordered 2 chicken cantina tacos. And what I love about them is on one side of the taco shell, on the outside, it has melted cheese. And it's just chicken inside. And it's really, really good. I love these. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go over to Costco. I have to, I'm going to return one of my hoses I bought the other day because John helped me. I didn't need help attaching it, but anyways, he attached it for me to the faucet and then drug it out to the garden for me, and we made sure that it was long enough to get all the way to the end of the garden. So I didn't need the other one. So I'm going to take that one back. So that'll be like $30 refund. So that's nice. Yeah, and then I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day yet. So I'll check in later. Bye. Alright, so to give you an update, I finished at Taco Bell. I got paid for that one. That was $3, and then I got him reimbursed. I think it was $8.19 I paid for 2 tacos, plus tax and everything. So I got paid for the whole thing, and then, which I think ended up being like $11.19 I got paid. Then I went to Costco to return the hose, and I forgot my Costco card. They went ahead and let me in. So then I went up to the refund counter, and I just had to show my ID, and she just looked me up or whatever. And I got my refund of my $30 for the hose. So while I was in there, because I knew I couldn't buy anything because I have to scan your card, right, when you're in there at the cash register. So I was like, I'm going to real quick look and see if there's any jobs here right now before I leave. Because if I leave and there's a job, I don't have my ID trying to get back in, right? I mean, I'd have 4 hours to finish it. I got to go all the way back home and get my ID card, but that's like 15, 20 minutes away to go back home and then come back. So that's like a 40-minute round trip. So, and I had just scanned the field agent app before I went in to see if there was any jobs in there, and there wasn't. So when I got done at the refund counter, I scanned it again, and there was a job for a Costco oil audit for $4. And I don't know why I was thinking it was like motor oil, because right by the refund place is the tire center and all that. So I was thinking it was a refund. I was thinking it was the motor oil, right? And when I clicked on it to look at the job, after I accepted it, it said I was in the wrong location. And I was like, and it said Costco. And I'm like, Woodland. I'm like, this is the only Costco in Woodland. Anyways, I kept refreshing it, and then after like 3 times, it picked up that I was at the right location. And it was olive oil. It was asking me questions about olive oil and grapeseed oil. And it was asking me a ton of questions. Some of them had specific item numbers that I had to find. So I'd take a picture, and then the next question, even though I took a picture with the shelf tag with the price on it, the next picture I had to put I had to type the price in. So I had to do Kirkland signature, or Kirkland olive oils. There was probably about 4 or 5, 6 of those I had to do. Any avocado oil, I only had to do 1 of those. And then I had a couple other brands I had to do There was no grapeseed oil. I couldn't find any. And then at the end, it always puts all your answers, the questions and all your answers and your pictures for you to review. And I'm so glad I took the time to really review it, because I missed a price. I missed a price of the avocado oil I took. So that was good. So I went back and put that in, and then I double checked all the brands. I took the time to double check all the brands, all the sizes, all the item numbers that had item numbers. Some didn't have item numbers, but make sure it was the correct size that they were looking for, because some of them they had other sizes than what they were looking for. And so yeah, I went through that pretty thoroughly. So hopefully I didn't miss anything, and I'll get paid for that one. I think now, there's nothing right now. I think I'm going to go home. I have stuff I could be doing at home. So I will catch you guys later. Bye. I am home now. Trying to relax a little bit. I did get paid for the oil audit, the Costco oil audit. So I am up to $69.50 now for, I'm a week and a half in, but I've only worked 5 or 6 days. There was 3 or 4 days, I think, that there wasn't any jobs, or I chose to take it off, which I think was last Sunday. I chose to take it off. So yeah, I'm like to $69.50. There are some jobs there's that one still like 45 minutes away that's sitting there at $16 that no one is taking. But that'll probably be on the way up there and the way back. Probably be like $10 worth of gas. So I'd only make $6, which I guess is okay, because driving around here, I'm only making like 3 or 4. So I don't know if that one's, I'm hoping the price is going to go up a little bit, because it started out at 14. So I'm hoping maybe tomorrow, if no one's taking it, I'll take it. Hopefully it'll go up. And then there's some jobs in Vacaville, which is about 30 minutes away, which I'm thinking I may go down there anyways. That's where my daughter's boyfriend lives, and that's where my daughter and my grandchildren have been staying this week. I may go down there just to see them, but also do those 2 jobs. And that would be a total of $8 if I did those 2 jobs. But, yeah. H-Girl left, well, they've all been at John's house since Monday. But H-Girl left to go back to her dad's on Wednesday. They are picking her up from school right now, but I don't think I'm going to see them today. Well, I don't think they're planning on me seeing her until Monday after school. So I may go down there tomorrow and surprise them and see H-Girl. I saw J-Man yesterday. They came up here yesterday and brought Z so that Coco and Z could play, because Coco is just so bored without Z. And then on the way home from Costco, there were, some goats in a field, and one of them was outside the fence on a very busy road. So I called animal control to come over and either pick it up or help get it back in, whatever they do, right? Help keep the animal safe. I was afraid it was going to get hit on this road because it's super busy. Someone thinks she needs to dig her claws into my leg. Hey. Can't turn this around when I'm videotaping, which is annoying. Well, come over here where they can see you. Come here. Come up here. Come up here so they can see you. Say hi. You say hi? You don't want to say hi? Say hi. Can you say hi? All right, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. So I got this beef round, eye round, 2 roasts. It's a total of 5.17 pounds for $36. And I am going to make taco meat with it. So I was at Costco a while back and I found these burrito bombs, but I didn't buy it at the time because I didn't have the money to buy it. And I was down in Vacaville, and that's about 30 minutes from my house. So then I told my daughter and her boyfriend, John, next time you go to the one in Vacaville, can you pick me up one of those? Well, then they couldn't find it. And so that was a few weeks ago. And then Friday, was it Friday? Today's Saturday. Thursday, when they came over, they brought me this. They had found it. So just in time, because I'm prepping for Cinco de Mayo. So I'd chop it all up and put the meat in here and put a burrito bomb in there. It looks just like a bath bomb, even with the little, what do you call it, raised edge here. That's just exactly how bath bombs look. 3 of them came in that package. And then I have to add 4 cups of water. And it says that I need to pressure cook it for an hour and 45 minutes. I want to see if I can break this bomb up. Where is it? I don't feel like I'm really doing anything with this knife, but I want all the meat, obviously, not just concentrated in one spot. I don't know why I'm doing this in the dark. I don't have my kitchen light on. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. I'm going to put the lid on it. Pressure cook it. And we're going to pressure cook it. And just to do it for an hour and a half, an hour and, let's say 45 minutes. Faster if I do it this way. Okay, hour and 45 minutes. I have no idea if we'll like this. Hopefully it'll come out good. I think with the other one, I am going to I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to put taco seasoning in it in case the kids don't like this. So I'll let you know how it comes out. I have this little tiny piece of dragon fruit that has all the seeds in it. And if you saw when I was planting my strawberries, I just took strawberries and sliced them up and put them in the pot because those have all the seeds in it. So I'm going to try the same idea theory with this dragon fruit and see if I can grow anything. And I'm also, next time I eat a kiwi, I've got a bunch of kiwis in the fridge. Next time I eat a kiwi, I'm going to take a slice and also pop that and see if I can grow kiwi. All right, I put it in this pot and put some water in it. Oop, did you see it? There's a flash of it. Maybe I don't have too much. I should put it deeper. Let's see. It's hard to see out here because the sun's blaring. I can't tell what's on the screen. Okay, here. down for a minute and dig a bigger hole. Put it down in there. All right, hopefully can't even see anything. Where is it at? Here it is. Okay. There it is. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put it over here in the shade for right now. This is some hook squash my neighbor gave me. It's doing pretty good. Strawberries are growing things, but I'm not necessarily convinced it's strawberries. This one I don't think is a strawberry because I planted the slice right there. This one, where is it? Could be a strawberry. I planted a slice right here. I think those are the only two that have anything growing right now. Why does this seem so close? Okay. I ordered these lights, and the picture showed a big solar panel and spools of, like round spools of lights, and made them seem like they were really big. These are really tiny. However, each of these are 40 feet long, supposedly, and each one has 120 lights. But look how tiny these lights are. You can see them on there. You see them? Why is the light so bad? And why this seems like super close up? I keep bringing it out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to attempt to string them in and out of the chain link fence there across the top on both sides. Will I even be able to see them tonight? I don't know. Tonight will be a test. I mean, clearly they're not going to provide any light, but hopefully they'll look magical. So I am going to set those up now. All right, third time's a charm. So I ended up just putting it along the fence here, the lights, because I realized that the solar panels were hooked on the end of the lights. You can't unhook them, and so you can't go in and out of the chain link. And then I put a zip tie on every section to keep the lights there. So we'll see how it looks tonight. And then I ordered a hammock because I'm going to hook it from one side of the fence to the other and come out here and take a nap in my garden on days like this where it is cloudy and breezy and not hot and sunny. And right now it's pretty quiet out here, except for like the birds and the peacocks and occasionally my little dogs that are in my backyard on the other side of that tree barking. Yep, it's a nice day out. So this is my meat with the burrier bomb. It's been cooling for about an hour and a half. I need to shred it. I did taste it. It does not taste as flavorful as the burrier tacos I get at like a taco truck or a restaurant. So I don't know what's missing, but I guess once we get all our toppings on our tacos and everything, we probably won't really notice anyways. But it was funny because I was out in the garden putting my lights up and stuff, and I came in the house and my sister's like, "Did you forget about your food?" And I'm like, "What food?" My mind went to, I must have prepared something for myself to eat, a snack or a dinner or something, right? And I'm like, "What food?" And she goes, "Your taco meat." And I was like, "Oh, yes, I did forget about that." It had already been finished and was sitting there on warm for like 58 minutes. So I'm going to get this all packaged up. And then, because I got to preserve it until Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo. And then I am going to I don't mind my recycles. They're full. I need to take them out. I put some, get these eggs out. I did the other roast. I cut it up and I put taco seasoning on it. So it's been sitting in here, kind of marinating with the taco seasoning. So, yep. So that is going to be my taco meats for Cinco de Mayo. All right, so I separated these. It's the meat and the burrilla juice. I think maybe it doesn't taste as flavorful because it's the kind of meat I use, because I just tasted the sauce without the meat and it tastes really good. So I think the meat, it didn't soak up all the flavor. I don't know. And then here's the one with the taco seasoning that I am going to start cooking. Okay, I have to hold this at a weird angle because I am stuck to the wall here with the charger. But I just made a really quick test taco. This does not have everything in it that I normally would put in it, but I got ground beef all under my fingernails. That's not dirt because I was shredding it with my hands. This is a pre-made Taco Bell Dorito taco shell. And then I put some cheese and the meat in here. And then here's the burrilla sauce that I'm going to dip it in. And I'll let you know how good it is. All right, that was pretty tasty with just the added bonus of the Dorito taco shell and the cheese. It was really tasty. So I can only imagine how great it's going to taste when I add all the fixings. So I think it will be passable for Cinco de Mayo. I think the adults will love it. I don't know if the kids will even try it, but H-Girl usually eats tacos with just Spanish rice and cheese in them. And J-Man usually just eats tacos with cheese in them, which is basically like a crunchy quesadilla, right? But the last 2 times we've made tacos, their mom has made the Taco Bell beef because she used to work at Taco Bell, so she knows how to make their beef. And the kids have been eating their tacos with that, which I'm really happy that they're doing, because trying to get these guys to eat meat, so hard. H-Girl will eat the steak that I cook only when I barbecue it or cook it in the house. She likes the way I season it, so my steak's the only one she'll eat. And then they'll eat their mom's Taco Bell taco meat. And then basically they're eating things like chicken nuggets as far as protein, which isn't really any protein at all. I did cook some chicken thighs last week or the week before, and J-Man did eat that. So that was good. I'm trying to think if H-Girl had some. Not sure. All right. I think I'm going to end this video here. It has gone over an hour. This week has just been so busy, and I've wanted to take you along on what my life is like. So I usually end it on Sunday and include Sunday, but I always upload it late because by the end of, like, say 3-ish, I'm like, okay, I got to get my video out now. I got to stop videotaping everything. And then I start editing it and uploading it and downloading it and all that kind of stuff. And it's always late. So I decided I'm going to end it on Saturdays. So from now on, the video is going to go from Sunday to Saturday instead of Monday to Sunday. All right. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.